One down Wednesday. We gon' sip this drink and we gon' celebrate a new day. Grab your favorite author and tell me what do you say. Yeah, let's talk about it. I've been waiting here since Tuesday. One down.
Hi everyone.
Isn't it crazy like how fast
I know
that the time flies, right?
Every time I get in this chair, I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's
time.
been another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We're here again.
Exactly.
Back and better.
It's like, it makes me realize how much like I miss you all when it's over, but like I feel like as soon as we're here, I'm getting my dose again of like this unity with everything. Yeah,
right. I know.
It's like it balances me out until we come back again.
I know we all have busy schedules, but like once I'm in the chair and the lights and it's action, I'm like cool.
Wind
get to just like chill out.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
Welcome to Wind Down Wednesday. This is where it's not your traditional. I don't like to say book club. It's totally not a book club. It's more of a book discussion because you made a really valid point in just a moment ago where you were like, life gets to us. Seriously, how many books are you reading right now that you have not finished yet?
Like 2, 3.
I'm at 3.
Like 3. I know a lot about the first few chapters, a lot of books.
Yes.
It's like that's all I get to do.
Me too.
Like, classes, jobs get in the way, you know.
Yeah.
Trying to connect with people, trying to have a balanced life.
Exactly. And it's like, you know, and trying to find that balance, I feel like it can be very challenging at times, you know. So that's why we wanted to create this space here because I see me, which I'm gonna let Sarah, because I mean, when I explain how amazing this bookstore is, because it's only 1 in 10 in the nation. I'm just gonna pass the torch to her because like, oh my gosh, y'all do so much. Like,
awesome introduction. Oh my gosh, yes. I See Me Bookstore is an African-American, not only children's bookstore, but adult bookstore. We cater to the whole family. That's why I love it so much. Yeah, the books here we range. It's talking about our culture, talking about fiction, nonfiction, science, history. Because as a Black community in America, we need to know it all. And we can. We have the ability to. We're capable of going against the stereotype that books aren't for us, you know? So I love that connection that we have with reading.
And it's like when you come here, there's an area that you're gonna catch yourself in, and you're gonna be stuck there for like 20 minutes. I'm not even lying. Like you're gonna see one book, then you're gonna look over and be like, wait a minute, hold on, I'm focused on this book. Then you look at that one, you look at that one. Then it's a book over here that really is screaming to you. So it's one of these situations when you come, I would want you to dedicate at least 30 minutes. At least 30 minutes just to get the feel. Just because there's different rooms. If you have kids, or of course we all know there's kids in the family, right? This is the place that you can come as a hub when you know that you're shopping for a gift. Yes. Like honestly,
we do gift bags and everything. We cater to that type of, you know, buying process. You know, when you come in, there's this table and we have all the new books that are popular and people are talking about. And even like I come here a lot, but even when I come here, I take the time to look at every single one of them because, like I said, it's not just kids' books, it's not just adults' books. It's big books for the whole family.
How often do you all update the table? Because I mean, like, we're here every 2. Well, I'm here every 2 weeks. She's here every day, and every time I come, I'm literally like a kid. I stop at the door.
You know, we have, like I said, we have a lot of Black culture, right? A lot of Black history. So of course, when events happen, we change it to like, you know, fit the occasion.
Absolutely.
But every day to every other day, it's changed because new books are popping up and the books are coming in. And I love that not only we have it in store, but we have online at icme.com.
Yeah.
And so it's not just you could come in, which you can at 6951 Olive Boulevard in University City.
I love that.
You can come in. I mean, we love to talk to you. We love to cater to the people that come in and talk about the books and converse about the most popular book going on. We also have online at icme.com. And there you could even have the store in at your own home, and you could browse it just like you would here. And we ship to anywhere in the world, actually.
Yeah.
So definitely check us out.
It is. It's an amazing place, and I'm not just saying it because I'm here. I came here before we even started the Wind Down Wednesdays, and the thing that I love most is how inspired my kids are. So for people who may not know, my name is Megan O. I'm a media personality, radio, TV, sports, all that good stuff, you name it. But the one thing that's definitely important to me and my kids and being a mom mom is teaching them to enjoy reading, to where it's not a chore.
It's not a chore.
It's not a chore. It's not something that is associated only with school.
Yeah.
And when the boys come, it's tit for tat taking them to the corner store to go get candy. You know what I'm saying? I'm being honest here.
Yes.
I love it.
It's all about balance. That's what it is. It really is. I know that when I was growing up, my parents used to make me, like, I would want to read, right?
Yeah.
So I'll be so engrossed in, like, my fiction books, because I love
it.
like supernatural books, and they'll be like, okay, one of those books, and then a biography. And more
That's
like
how I read
historic
too.
books,
Yes.
right? And you tit for tat for that type of thing. And it got me get this rounded education about what type of books out there. So yeah, definitely come on in, see what type of rounded books that we have here.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. And then on top of that, so Sarah, before we turned the camera on, and here we are for Wind Down Wednesday, she was like, Megan, I have something I want to give away. I was like, y'all getting ready to do what here?
Yes. So oh my gosh, so excited for this. And you guys get to have a snippet of that through this giveaway.
Yes.
Icy Me is officially opening a cafe in store by Northwest Coffee. I believe the guy behind it is Jason Wilson. And he's opening a cafe right around the corner right there in store, and we'll be selling coffee, little cakes, cupcakes, and smoothies. So definitely grab a book and then sit down and have a coffee, and that complements each other so well. I love that.
Literally. So you can like wind down at any time. Because when we do Wind Down Wednesday, it is not about, if you want wine, hey, join us, okay? Join us. But winding down could simply be you finally are able to sit down and drink some water, a beer, some tea, wine, like just simply being able to sit and have a really good discussion when it comes to conversing about books, which Black Book though.
Yes. I love the change up that we did. I love that. And you could purchase this book with our code 15% off WDW 2021, and you get 15% off online shopping.
Yeah.
And so Black Book by Mateo Ascobar.
I loved it.
Go ahead, pick it up and read it with us. Or pick up any other book that piques your interest with that code, 15% off.
Yeah. So, it's saving money. I'm gonna be honest with you, like I love it, even if it's 10 cents.
Literally,
like, I feel like I saved so
I love
much
a
money.
sale. That's why like $9.99 sounds way better than $10.
It is.
I love it. I love like a little adjustment to the price.
It is. It's like, and then like, so like with circling into Black Book, right? I feel like we all can relate to him. Now, Black Book, basically, from what I have gathered so far, is there's this young man, loosely based off the author. Loosely based. You know when they say loosely based, they be low-key probably talking about them for real. But like, it's really cool because it talks about how he, and a lot of us can relate. He graduated from high school.
Like, I believe valedictorian or
straight valedictorian,
like
but didn't go to college. And low-key, I didn't go away to school. So I kind of felt, I didn't graduate as no doggone valedictorian. Let's be, there's a difference. But I understood that because being a young adult, I used to feel like because I didn't go to college, I was thankful that I had a career, so I didn't feel like I was failing at life. You know what I'm saying? But with seeing him, and he worked at like Starbucks. He worked at Starbucks, right? But he was phenomenal at what he did. And think about how many times we've worked. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure you worked at Icy Me your whole life. Yeah. So like, let's take that away. But like, we see stories like this all the time, right? Where like somebody is working at a job and somebody who has a really cool position with a really big time company notices their skill set and then recruits them. And that's what happened because it was like a big tech company and they were like, yo, you're an amazing salesman. But at the same time, he was the token Black person. Right. So that's the punch.
Right. So it's using something that's like a stigma, like for your advantage, you know.
Absolutely.
But I love that like beginning story about how like he's close to my age. I'm 21. He's 22. And even though we have different like paths, I could relate so much to where he's in a space where he's like kind of low ambition. He doesn't know what to do with his rest of the life. But even the way he describes his like smaller job as a barista at Starbucks in New York City, from the beginning, first page, the way he describes coffee and recognizing the smell and everything, you can see that he's very talented and very intelligent, very smart, despite not going the traditional route that most people would call like success.
Exactly.
And, but you can see that he has the capabilities and abilities to be successful in this world. It's all about, okay, now I'm questioning, wait, how is he going to get there? Because I know he is.
Yeah.
How is he going to get there? And that's what like drew me into the book itself, was like trying to see how he uses his talents to like, you know, score things.
Yeah.
And you see almost immediately that he does with the worker, I forgot what his name was, from the tech company. He like said like, yo, I know you order this coffee and I keep that track because I'm pretty good at my job, but I'm gonna give you this one. Yeah. Even though you're yelling at me to like give you that, I'm gonna give you this one because I think you'll like it. And he was like, you're selling to me. Yeah. Like, yeah, like, you know, he used the talents without even thinking that like, oh, I'm using his talents, right?
And that's how you know when it's something that you're really passionate about, because we low-key do this. Everybody does. I think that it you don't know what it could be. You know what I mean? Like some people it's hair, some people it's about food. We're always selling something and we don't realize it.
Have you ever talked to someone and they could talk a little bit here, a little bit there about like some little thing, but once you get to that one topic, that one niche topic, they could talk so long about it. Oh, it's like a
you'd be like, I get your point.
Yeah, it's like,
I get your point.
Exactly. It's like, how do you know this much detail about this one specific topic? It's like a gift.
It is.
To be able to attach and relate to something.
It is. And I like that he also understood his power too. Yes. At the same time, to be so young. So fast forwarding with him being that token black person, how many times for you at home that's watching, put in the comments, even in the workplace, I mean, it could be in sports, it could be in an activity, it could be your kid's school, it could be anything, but how has knowing that you are that token black person at that moment, how does that make you feel? And he was presented with different things at work that we kind of would be like, did you really just ask me that?
Right?
Like, did you really?
Right?
And then you have the nerves to say that?
Right. And then, like, you're gonna, like, hold it in and, like, continue doing your job. Like how can you
be
like, this
very open?
Aggressive attitude.
And it was his manager on top of that.
Yeah.
It was his straight up manager.
Yeah, I love that. I believe in the author's note, Mateo mentions that there's a context and there's a purpose for this book. It's for that black person, that black woman, that black man in a white dominant space. Yes. And you see that unfold in the story and how he like successfully, like, it's a struggle at first, but successfully like combats that type of like aggression. Yeah. You know, and I feel like that's so important in the society that we live in, especially in the black community, trying to navigate that world to be successful. That's so like. That's something I hope and wish that I can master.
Absolutely, and you will. Yeah. You know, because you have the desire to want to knock down barriers, and not that it's one of those that you're being competitive to be first. Right. No, you just know that it's a barrier that needs to be knocked down, so now other people behind you know this is a path that you can take. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think personally, the type of person that I have learned from you to be, you know, with Wine Down Wednesday over wine. No, I'm just But I really do feel that about you, you know, that's something that you're passionate about, so by default it's going to come.
What about you? I know you have your career is based off of those like connections that you make with people and networking. Have you experienced any like situations?
So I think that's a great question. I think mine, because of the fact that my career started so young, like 21, 22 years old. Yeah. So to be at the same radio station is like unheard of, right? They were like, what? You ain't get fired? I was like, not till 2021. But, 2020. Yeah, 2020. But growing up and going to private schools, that was... something that I dealt with a whole lot because what was confusing to me was going to a predominantly white school where it was only maybe 3 black people, including me, and then to be biracial, that's a whole nother conversation because the white people didn't really care to deal with me and black people didn't really care to deal with me, so I was stuck being just by myself. So I had no choice but to just be my own best friend, and it didn't bother me, you know, because I always was kind of like that loner. People would never know that about me. I love my alone time.
You're so expressive and connective, like automatic. I see her like network like crazy and like connect with people off the bat. Yeah, and it's crazy how you're able to do that.
Yeah, I don't. It's a blessing. It's a gift because when I tell you, and I love people. It's not that I don't. It's just I enjoy my me time because I have 3 sisters. You know, my family's not big, but like I shared a room with my sister, you know,
Same.
to be low key for real. We had to share a bed till we got older. Okay, so like, having my own space was always important, but I'm glad that was something that I enjoyed. So when I growing up, and I even dealt with that, even when I got to, I would say, because I was always in and out of different schools, you know, so that was something that I would say that part. And I have been in like programs or, you know, jobs that I didn't put on the resume, right? You know, quit on the break. But, you know, there has been jobs, like I'm not going to say the name of the place. I went through a time in my life where I thought that I wanted to be this wedding planner. You couldn't tell me J-Lo was not my big sister, okay?
Oh, I love that movie.
I know, right? The Wedding Planner. And I was like, oh my God, I was 21 drinking wine. I thought I was grown, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, I can do that for the rest of my life before radio. And when I worked at this boutique, bridal wedding gowns and stuff like that, I never realized how many times women came to a bridal shop and not even in a relationship, y'all.
Whoa.
I never tripped out. No, for real. So you have these old big old dresses that's like heavier than me.
Whoa.
And then you gotta go put them on carts. They got all the little plastic around them. And then I have to get like those clothespins to pull them back. And so you know how you like have small talk? And you're just like, okay, so like how long have you guys been together? And she's like, oh my gosh, never. And I'm just gonna be like, girl, I will kick you. I'm trying to make this money, okay?
Baby drag all across the boutique.
Yeah, but the girls that I worked with, they would kind of, and I would feel, because I got my first check and I quit on my break, okay? I did. Because I ended up, all that commission that I earned, all the other girls, and I was the token black girl, and I feel like I got taken advantage of. Because when I saw my check, I was like, I'm kind of confused. Where's my commission? Well, remember when they came through the door, I said hi. And since I said hi, I wanted to make sure that, you know, I told them that it was okay to go with you. So I gave you that, a little bit of that commission. So I have to share it. And it was just like, wow. You know what? Before I get labeled as angry black lady, let me quit on my break. Okay, let's do us both a favor.
Yeah.
Now that was 21-year-old Megan. Okay, now I probably would have done a little bit better. I probably would have quit after the shift, but I was just at the point where I was like, I'm not even gonna waste my oxygen.
Right.
I'm not gonna waste my oxygen.
Right. Wow. Wow, that's crazy.
It was
able
very
to
crazy.
take that situation back and be like, I'm not gonna stand for that.
Yeah.
That's like that's strength to be like,
I feel powerful now.
Walk away
back.
from
They
the
were calling me.
situation.
They were calling me like, hey, are you here to relieve such and such? I was
No.
like, yeah. No, I said I'm on the way. I said I should be pulling. I'm pulling up right now.
Oh
Give me
my
5 minutes. I have to get them back.
Oh my gosh, the phone call must have been ringing off.
It was.
Fuck.
I have voicemails.
It's like, are you on your way? Are you close?
Megan O'Donnell, are you coming in? Absolutely not.
I'm actually crying.
Me too.
That's so bad.
Because they made me so mad. Like, the comments that I dealt with, hearing all the silly stuff, and it just got on my nerves. And it's like, I used to hate when I would be there, and when somebody black walks in, it's like, oh, I gotta use the bathroom. Oh, I got it. And I'm like, really? So y'all doing that because you know I'm a black girl?
Wow.
So, but those would be the people that would buy the dresses from me that I ended up having to split commission because you said hi and walked off.
Wow.
Because remember, they were unavailable.
Yeah.
So that's why I would help them. And I'm like, really? But if it's somebody else, y'all be all up here. And, you know, it's just... So I feel like dealing with things like that at the workplace, it shows you your character. And your personality, you know, your integrity that you have. Are you brave enough to stand up and say something when you know it ain't right?
That is something definitely you need in any type of work environment, no matter what it is, to be able to stand on your own 2 feet and be like, I'm not gonna stand for this.
No, for real.
Or even if you, because every situation is different. If you need to even grin and bear it, that takes strength.
Girl.
That takes strength to be able to like, all right, I hear you, but I'm gonna keep doing me for my own success.
Exactly,
right.
Exactly. And especially like you said with your own success, knowing what your goal is at that job. Because I've always, like the way that it was an old supervisor of mine that really instilled in me when I was working in radio. And he was like, Megan, always remember you work for yourself. I don't care where you go work at. At the end of the day, you work for yourself because the people that you meet while you're there, they see you when you were at your highest and at your lowest, and they see how you operated. Y'all may not see each other again for years, but don't be surprised if they call you because they know how you can get down. You know what I mean? How you can achieve and you not got your deadlines and your goals. And when he broke it down like that, it's like it really helped me to be able to put certain thoughts to the side, because by default, you know, Megan went, especially when she was young, baby, Megan O was hot-headed, not in a bad way. I'm a Scorpio, so I like to say the last word, and I was in debate growing up, okay? So like I was ready for the crap. I was ready for it. But when he told me that, because I told you I got in at a very early age, and it made me understand, like, and again, not that I was immature, it's just one of those, what's your goal, Meg? And it's that you work for yourself. You don't want somebody to be like, oh, you're that angry woman. You don't want her there, because what if it was something that I applied for that I really wanted, but I done went off on somebody in the break room because they looked at me wrong or said something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like this with Black Buck, you know, if it's somebody that you know that's a young adult that is entering into adulthood, this is a wonderful gift to give them. Even if it's you and you just think about your younger days and, you know, look back at life, it's a great read. It is not something that is for a young adult or a teenager. Like, it's any age, and that's what makes me like Black Buck.
I love that. It is for any age, and it is for anybody. In the beginning, Mateo talks about how he talks about the leaders in the Black community, like MLK, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, and how they all are salespeople. In a way where they're trying to convey a vision and sell you on that, right? MLK sold the whole Supreme Court on a vision, right?
For real,
so it's like,
for real.
And he's like, not only can they be salespeople, you could be salespeople, and it's like it put this is in huge context, and not just applies to like the sales world, but everything you do.
Yes.
You have to like you said, you have to have a goal, a vision to like work towards.
And you want to know what? I will never forget. My mom said this a long time ago, and I will never forget, and it made so much sense. Have you ever paid attention to, if drug dealers, they can do that math in their brain, y'all, I don't get it. I still be trying to figure out 9 times 9. Like, okay, hold on, 81. But, you know, it's I'm playing. I know 9 times 9 for real, okay? But, like, but it was one of those where my mom was like, if drug dealers can utilize, but again, when you are trying to survive, it's a different mindset you have. But if they were to have taken those skills, you're literally a mathematician, a genius, to be able to figure these numbers out. Self-taught, girl, that part.
You have to be able to learn on the fly.
On the fly.
That's crazy.
They know how much change they're getting back. They know all that. But the fact that it's like, if somebody would have been there to them to encourage them that those skills that you have can be reversed and used towards this. From being... I mean, they analyze things, right? They're like the businessmen. But it's like, that could be applied to science, math, engineering, so many things.
You're so right.
But they didn't have anybody close to them to kind of gear them that way.
And even in the perspective of mathematicians and scientists, they're like disregarded because of what they like had to do to survive and the mode in which they use those skills. Even though they're very similar.
Oh, for sure. Because I'm not gonna say kudos to them at all, right? But meaning the capability that how brilliant their minds are. If they could just switch it up. Because they are like the businessmen. And women too.
That's what I love about I See Me is like you trying to see yourself in the things that you read, and you get inspiration to be like, wait, I have those skills, I see those, and I see someone, this mathematician in this book I'm reading, maybe I could do that. You know, gear, like you said, like have a different path but the same skills
for real
that you have. Used. That's great.
And that's the part that I love. It's like, and then for you that's viewing at home, is there a book that is similar to Black Buck that really resonated with you? Like, you know what, like, how do I deal with that type of issue, especially like at the workplace, just in society? Black Buck, I just, I don't know. Like I said, I just feel like the way that it reads, like, don't be intimidated by how many pages.
It reads so well.
It reads so well and easily, and it's just like you get this is one of those books you take everywhere you go. I'm talking about sometimes if you, not necessarily the car, but like bathroom and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
This is that book.
Definitely. And I love it. Like, there's little snippets where he talks to the reader. It's like, okay, not only am I going to talk to it in like the beginning of the author's notes, but I'm going to remind you of like what the context of this is. And I love that because it's not a self-help book. It's not. But you feel helped by like reading it.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
You get those like skills to be like, all right, I'm gonna start thinking about things like this way.
In that perspective. Because that's what really life is about, is perspective. Because we can see things our way, and not that it's a good or a bad way, but sometimes when you have these discussions like what we're having now, and you hear the other perspective that somebody else has, and it enhances, you know. And that's why I like debate growing up, because it's okay for us to disagree, because we both are learning from each other. Right. Either we strongly support what we already think, right, or you help them, or myself, to be able to understand maybe you should look at it like this, because it may not be like that.
No, I love debating too. I think an important part of it was conviction. At least you have a side, you have something to say.
Oh, you know what you're saying. Now what side do you want to get the question? So we're going to be talking about the next book that we are going to introduce right now. This book, Sarah,
so excited. It's The Tangled History of Black Culture Twisted by Emma Dabiri. And I know, as a person of color that has my type of hair, person of color hair, I'm so excited to read this. I'm so excited to read the history behind my ancestors and things like that, and their hair type and what they have done.
Absolutely.
Like, you know.
And it's like, damn. No, for real. No, dead serious. And it's like, I know for me, and with like being biracial, like my heart went out to my mom, because she did not know how there wasn't products out like how it is now. You know, my mama trying to straighten my hair with the hot comb, and it's like greasy before. You know, I mean, it was just a mess. Like, my mama tried, y'all, and my mama got tired of it, so I started doing my hair in 2nd grade. I think that's probably why I always cut my hair off. So I think that this book, especially when it comes to the history of our hair, and I remember there was a job that I had, and this was one of the best hairstyles I ever had. Yeah, I had my hair braided into a high ponytail, and the braids came down here, and they were red. Not red like fire red, they were like burgundy. You could not tell me anything. I was swinging it on purpose. I was working. I was the only person. It was me. The team I was on was the only African American group that worked with grants only for Black people on top of that. So it was like they were really looking at me like, and I was like, may I help you? I loved it. I loved it. So that's why I think this is going to be a great read.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I know it takes a lot to manage black hair, but it's worth it.
Oh, it totally is.
I'm so excited to hear about the history and that power that comes from those roots that we have.
I love it.
Yeah. So let's make a toast.
Okay, let's make a toast.
Of course, the new book we're going to be reading, but of course, I wanted something related to the book. I want to let's do a toast to standing on our own 2 feet. And talent, and being able to have conviction in the things that we do, no matter what we're doing. I love that, even if it's winding down on a Wednesday.
I love her. Even if it's winding down on a Wednesday. This is like, the whole show is our favorite part, but I think, Sarah, this is kind of like our second favorite part, you know?
It's always, what are you going to wind down with?
Literally. So grab your drink, whether it's water, tea, or coffee, right? It could be a smoothie or some juice. Literally, let's put our glasses up, and let's simply toast to Black excellence, being confident, even when sometimes it's a scary and shaky feeling, but knowing that you're deserving. Cheers out there. Ooh, I think I'm gonna take a second sip. I just want to make sure it tastes good. I'm trying to taste the. You know, I'm just saying. Chantel was like, after you drink wine, remember from ANC Spirits first show?
Let it touch the tip.
Just let it touch,
and then let it roll back. If you haven't checked out that show, I believe that's our first episode.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at all the tannins of the wine.
Yes.
You know? Let me go ahead.
The flavors.
I love it. Make sure you meet us here in exactly 2 weeks. So set an alert on your phone, 6:30 in 2 weeks, here on a Wednesday.
On Facebook Live. And pick up this book at iceme.com or come in at 6951 Olive Boulevard, Twisted, and read along with us.
And it's going to be interesting to see who our guest is. I think we know somebody so amazing. Oh, one more thing, too.
Oh, the giveaway.
Yes, the giveaway. And if you know any great books that you really feel that we should discuss on here, please put it in our comments. Like doing that's totally fine. Can you just message us?
Yeah. I believe Facebook has like DM type of thing, messages.
Yep. And like some businesses, local business owners that you feel would be great. Please share the information with us, because this is an opportunity for free advertisement. Why? Because that's what ICME is about.
Yes, definitely the community, and making sure everyone else knows about like that community aspect of it too. Yeah, love that.
But that giveaway though.
Exactly. Okay. So that giveaway. We are giving away, I believe, a bag of coffee from Northwest Coffee, the cafe that's opening in Icy Me.
Yeah. When is it opening?
Next couple weeks, actually. Pretty soon. I see the construction's like wrapping up in there. I'm so excited.
I love it.
I'm so excited. And the question of today's show was, who is the author of the book that we are reading?
Black Buck.
Yes. Who's the author? And comment down below.
You got to comment below. And I'll put it to you like this. It is 7:06. What time do you think that we should cut that up? Should we do 24 hours?
Ooh, yeah. Definitely.
24 hours?
24 hours.
24 hours to give you. So if you came towards the end and you're like, what book? Okay, so once this is over, you can just go ahead and hit that cursor over and then go back and watch the beginning of it. Because this gift card and coming here, oh my goodness, the coffee and then coming, it's going to be so mild.
So good. So don't forget to check us out.
Yep.
So 24 hours. That's Thursday, tomorrow around 7.
Yep.
The 1st of July.
You got that?
So, yeah.
I know, right?
It's already July. So definitely catch us next time, 6:30 p.m., 2 weeks from now. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
One down Wednesday. We gon' sip this drink and we gon' celebrate a new day. Grab your favorite author and tell me what do you say. Yeah, let's talk about it. I've been waiting here since Tuesday. One down Wednesday. We gon' sip this drink and we gon' celebrate a new day. Grab your favorite author and tell me what do you say. Yeah, let's talk about it. I've been waiting here since Tuesday. One down Wednesday. We gon' sip this drink and we gon' celebrate a new day. Grab your favorite author and tell me what do you say. Yeah, let's talk about it. I've been waiting here since Tuesday. One down